Hi everyone and welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, I am Prakriti, and in today's video I am going to show you how to use colorful eyeshadow the right way, how to make it pop and blend it like a pro. I am not a pro and I have had a few patchy disasters myself, but yeah, let's live in the present. Colorful eyeshadow is tricky, eyeshadow in general is tricky, and if it's not blended, it looks more like a mess than enhancing your beauty. So here I am going to show you how to improve your skills with some tips and 3 eyeshadow brushes. So let's get started. So we are starting with the base. The first and the most important thing is an eyeshadow primer. Here I am using the NYX Proof It eyeshadow primer and blending it with my fingers. Now if you have hooded eyes, you should never skip this step as it makes the eyeshadow long lasting and also helps avoid creasing of the eyeshadow. You are going to blend it up to your brow bone and also outside of the outer V. Another tip will be to take it to the lower lash line and dab it a bit on your under eyes. To even out all the pigmentation, you have to use a concealer which is lighter than your skin tone. The colors are not going to pop if you use the same concealer you use on your under eyes, especially if you have a medium or deep skin tone. So here I mix 2 concealers and dab it into my skin with the sponge. Now dab it in really properly in all the areas, outer corner, inner corner. So after you're done with it, it should look something like this, flawless, even and ready for colors. And yes, make sure you do not set the base with any kind of powder. Now I am going to show you how to hold an eyeshadow brush. You are probably not doing it right if you're holding your brush like this, or even this. The right way to do this will be to keep the middle finger at the bottom as a base and the thumb and index finger at the top. Use the thumb to change the direction and position and the index finger and middle finger to control the stroke. Now when you hold a brush, do not hold it at the top as it will be a lot of pressure and the color will not blend. Hold it somewhere between the middle and the bottom. That will give you a perfect blend. Also do not hold it at the very bottom, otherwise you will lose all the control and the color will definitely not blend. Once we have discussed all of this, now let's create a bomb look. Today I am going to use the Tammy X Revolution Tropical Carnival Shadow Palette and I'm going to create an inky blue/purple look. So brush number 1 will be the pointed crease brush from the Morphe Eye Credible set. It's densely packed, neither too hard nor too soft. Now I will pack the purple color and slightly blend it with the brush. Make sure that there is more product on the tip and less on the sides of the brush. The placement of this shade will be above the crease and outside the outer V. Now you can apply the shade according to your eye shape, but this is what looks good on my eye shape as I have partially hooded eyes. You can refer to a chart where different eye areas are mapped, so you can just refer to that and everything will be very easy. Now I'm slowly building this shade up and bringing it to my inner corner. Now I mostly tap the shade instead of blending it, and that is what I will suggest if you are a beginner. You don't have to rush, give it some time and have patience. It will definitely look good in the end. Now I'm just going to wipe off all the excess product from the brush and then you have to start blending. Now to start blending, obviously hold the brush where it's supposed to be held, and if you are using a lot of pressure, you are not going to blend it, you're going to make it look patchy. And yes, I'm just using really small gentle circular strokes, and then I liked winging out eyeshadow as it elongates and lifts the eye. So I just flick out the eyeshadow with the same brush. Again, use gentle strokes and you will get the result. You can see it just lifts the eye. Brush number 2 will be a firm blending fluff brush again from the Morphe set. I am taking a light purple shade from the palette and I will be using to blend out the edges of the first shade that we applied. Now I did start from the winged part and I am using gentle circular motions in the inner corner area. Now the next shade will be a close shade to your skin tone. I'm using this to ultimately blend the edges out. I am using the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Marvelous Mattes palette. Here, I think that was the name. I am mixing these two shades and I'm just tapping off the excess and blend everything again. Make sure that you change your direction while blending the inner corner area. Now I am taking the blue shade on the first brush that we used and I'm applying it on the outer V of my eye. This time you don't have to tap off the excess because you want the pigment. So here you can see that I've started blending. This will just give more depth and I just love this color combination, so that's why we're doing this eye look today. Now I am using the fluffy blending brush again and I'm taking this shade to my crease and I will blend it there. So first you apply it and then you intensify it in the outer V and then you take it to the crease. Also you want to make sure that you're taking different angles into consideration. Do not just sit like a statue in a particular angle. Play with the mirror a little bit and blend according to that. Now to give it the ultimate intensity, I am using a black shade. I'm picking the tiniest bit on the tip of my brush and I'm placing it in the outer V really gently and then I'm just going to blend it and that's it. Now let's fill the eyelid and for that I'm using this electric blue shade and I'm just using my finger and then you just have to fill the leftover part and that's it. So just because this is a basic tutorial, I'm not including all the cut crease and all of that stuff. I'm trying to keep it really simple. Now I'm just going to do the other eye and then we'll move to the lower lash line. But before that, we have to do the inner corner. For that you can use a highlighter shade here, but I'm just using purple shade from the palette and I'm just applying it in my inner corner and I blend it upwards as it really highlights that area. So let's do the lower lash line now. The brush that I'm going to use is a smudge brush, again from the same Morphe set. It's basically a flat blending brush. The first shade will be the purple shade and I'm actually going to connect this to the upper eye shadow. Basically you have to connect the lower lash line to whatever color you have applied on the upper part of your eye. So I'm blending it that way. After this, I am taking the light purple shade, obviously tap off the excess, that's a golden rule, while you're blending, obviously. And just blend out the previous shade and soften it out a little bit. Ultimately, I'm taking that inky blue shade and I'm just going to intensify everything out, like the lower lash line. And I'm just going to apply it really gently and I'm going to blend it. After this, I'm going to use a gel eyeliner with a silicone brush in my waterline. I also make sure that I apply it on the upper waterline near my real lashes. I hope that I'm able to explain this. So yes, you have to kind of apply it on the upper waterline. I think it's called that. And I'm also going to extend it in my inner corner just a little bit. After this, you have to highlight your brow bone. I'm using a highlighter here. You can use the same brush that you used on your lower lash line. no problem, just clean it on a cloth and that's it. Now I'm going to use some minimal lashes and that completes the look. I hope that it will be helpful for you all out there. Product names will be in the description, and that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel, and you can definitely share this video with a makeup lover. See you in the next video. Bye.